bit like a pendulum. But we want our spine to be nice and loose. So coming up. And now as you do this, breathing out as you go down, ear to shoulder, let the spine keep rolling. Try to keep your weight balanced between your feet. Breathe out as you come up. So it's just nice, gentle movement. Try not to let the hips pop out here at the side. This is a little bit of a cheat. Quite often people confuse this with the idea of trying to stretch down. You're not trying to stretch down. We're looking at just opening the spine. So chin down, ear down, and just rolling the spine. Your aim is essentially to put your rib on your spine. Obviously you can't physically do that, but that's the visualization you want to have. Just a couple more. Try and keep that weight balance. Pay attention to the feet. Coming back to the middle, just sitting into your stance, that your hips relax. You'll probably have found that you've held a lot of tension up here already. So just let that go. Let yourself drop into your legs. Bring those hands up in front. Really straighten out those arms and relax the shoulders down. And then just turn from the wrists. Nice big circles. Again, bringing your focus to your breath. Breathe in, breathe out, change direction. But also, if you can, if you've got room for more attention, pay attention to your balance in your feet, trying to keep that in the middle of the feet. 2 hands one way. And 2 hands the other way. Excellent. Now one of the little tricky ones, stretch those fingers out. Okay, and from here I want you to draw a circle with one hand and a square with the other hand. This could be quite a challenge. Morning, Victoria. Okay, so if you're struggling with this and you're going, my God, this is hard, that's okay, it's allowed to be. Just break it down into drawing one straight line, then another straight line, then another straight line, and another one, just to give you a bit of a challenge. So now change the hand that's drawing the circle. Maintain that breath, just breathe in, breathe out, and then just draw a square with the other hand. You'll probably feel your legs start to hurt a little bit just from having them bent and reasonably stable for a while. This is okay. Stretch those fingers out again. Give them a wiggle. Relax your shoulders, elbows and wrists. Drop the hands down and just shake it out. Give your whole body a bit of a shake. Just let go of all of that tension that you've accumulated. It's not important. We can let it all go. Excellent. And then settle straight back into that stance. Teeth together, tongue on the roof of the mouth. Again, breathing in through the nose. Feel the abdomen expand as you breathe in and breathe out. All right, so let's give that a try with the movement. So we'll put our hands over our belly button. Doesn't matter which hand's on top, personal preference. But what I want you to do is as you breathe in, I want you to open your hands. So breathe in. Just rotate from the shoulders and the elbows, almost stick your tummy out, and then breathe out, come back. So as I breathe in and I open up, I want to open up my whole chest. And you'll feel by opening your chest, you close your back. Your back will arch a little bit, it will shut down. So now as I close down, I want to open my back. So an exaggeration, in Chinese martial arts, we call this basket weaver's back. So I open up, and then when I close down as an exaggeration, you can see I really arc the back. It doesn't have to be this big, but it has to have this feel. So I open my chest, close my chest, open my back. And just rotate from the shoulders. And just a couple more. So what you're trying to do is match your body to your breath. So if you find yourself sort of going, and your body's not moving with it, that's all right. Let go of that thought and just try and observe. Breathe in, open the body. Breathe out, close it. And just one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the hands down. Again, if you need to, give your legs a little bit of a shake. Shoulders. So what we're going to do now is just lift the shoulders up, almost touching the ears, and roll forward and down. Big circles. But the piece that I want you to add to this is straight away, I want you to feel this coming from your lower spine. So you're also looking to articulate the spine. So as I pull back, I want to feel that through my spine and lower back. I come up, it comes up the spine and down. Big circles. A lot of people find they hold a lot of tension in their shoulders without even recognizing it. So this can be a little bit hard to start with. If there's one physical exercise you do each day just to release a little bit of tension from your body, this is probably the one. Change direction, coming up and back. And open up and drop back. Now comes a little bit of a tricky one, both up and then one forward and one back. Try to keep your hips down. So from my legs, I'm not changing my legs here. I'm just using my shoulders. I think of this as being compressed, like a pea being popped out of a pod. You come up and everything compresses, and then you squeeze through the space and open out. Compress, squeeze through the space, open out. And change direction. And coming back to the middle. Excellent. So from here, again, I want you to try and focus on keeping these hips stable. And you'll be able to tell if the hips are stable by the knees. If your knees are going all over the shop with this one, it means your hips aren't stable. So pay attention to the knees, keep the knees still, stand up. And what I'd like you to do is just focus on your chest. So I want you just to turn your chest from one side to the other without moving the hips, without moving the knees. This is a very difficult exercise for a lot of people when they start trying this. This is what we call loosening the waist. So we're actually turning the rib cage and the chest, not the hips. So in Chinese martial arts, we talk about separating the waist from the hips. Just with the arms, let them be relaxed. So just turning the hips, let the arms just be relaxed and swing. Great. Now, if you're feeling that, start to accelerate the movement. So you can turn that chest a little bit faster. You'll find your arms slap up against your body a little bit faster. But just nice and loose. You can accelerate this as much as you want, right? So you start getting a little bit of impact on your body with your arms, not too much, just enough to shake out some of the cells, relax, let the whole body be loose. And now I'd like you all just to slowly stop turning your chest and just let the arms just do whatever they do. Let them just stop in their own time. There's no rush. All right. So hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed through that. This next one is a little bit of a challenge. It looks easy and that's okay, right? But it's actually a little bit harder than what it looks, because what happens is we're going to turn our hips and everything now. But the mistake is, which is not good for you. So we talk about self-care. The way we move our knees is really important. Our knees are a hinge joint. They're only meant to go forward and back. They're not designed to go left and right, to shear left and right. That's a really bad thing, right? Especially, except for some of us. Some of us get away with it, but most of us don't. So what we're going to be looking at is our knees. This is going to feel weird to start with. I want you just to keep your feet down and just have your knees travel forward to your toe and back to your heel. So you basically have one knee becoming straight, one knee bent, and then just changing. So it's kind of like walking without lifting your feet. Okay, walking without lifting your feet. From here, let's just let the arms swing a little bit. So we're going to do a little activity that I call cross-country skier. So if you've ever been alpine skiing cross-country, you can see those tracks and you go through them and you lift up and you come down. So that's basically what we're going to do. So while you've got those knees going, just forward and back, feel that weight stay balanced in the feet. What I'd like you to do is as your right knee comes forward, your right hand comes up. Your left knee comes forward, your left hand comes up. It's kind of like good old painting the fence in Karate Kid, if you've seen that. One of the things you want to do is keep those arms relaxed. So as I go up, I want to feel my hip and my shoulder working together. You can see the arms are loose. So in the beginning, it's most important that we look at the knee traveling. As you've got that knee traveling, you'll start to feel your weight move from side to side. That's okay if your knees are going forward and back. But over time, I want to keep my head stable as well while my body turns and I come up and down. So even a little exercise like this has a fair bit in it. But the core is just to breathe and let the body be relaxed. Feel where the tension is in the body and just let it go. One of the ways to let it go is just to try and just drop it really floppy through the arms, really floppy. And then knees just forward and back. You want to go fast enough that you can't think, but slow enough that you can still observe. Good, and just come back into the middle, let the arms stop. We're going to do another one a little bit like this. I'm not quite sure how we're going for time, but let's just have a look.
A couple of minutes, guy.
Oh, right. Okay. One last, actually, no, we won't do that one last exercise. We'll move on just a little bit and get to the feet. So from here, hands on hips, just get those hips turning. Try to keep that head nice and still. Try to keep the weight in your feet. So you're looking to keep this head still. I think of this as like a tea towel. If you hold both ends of the tea towel and you wibble it around, okay, right before you go and whip someone with it. Change direction. Excellent. All right, coming back to the middle. Feet together. Just hands on knees, one last one. Keep your eyes up, bending and straightening the legs. So just bringing those knees forward over the toe, keeping the eyes up though, so you're working on keeping the spine from hunching too much. And little circles. So just tracing the outline of your feet, not too big. So we were saying before that the knees are a hinge joint and they should really only be going forward and backwards, change direction. This is true, but we also have to work a little bit on the lateral stability. So we have to have a little bit of left and right give, but we don't want to train that to be what we do all the time. Excellent. Coming up. From here, let's put our feet apart again. Sit back into your hips. Let your knees relax. Let your ankles relax. Drop everything into your feet. Draw your coccyx back down. Draw your crown back up. And from here, we're just going to go through a couple of little breaths. Another little arm exercise. This one we call hand sink through water. So as you breathe in, just bring your arms up and out to the side. Let your wrists be floppy. Come up to just above your shoulders, into the middle, and then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and out. Just with this one, you always want your body to match your breath. So if you're really tired and you're doing this and you're breathing fast, you should be doing this fast. So if your breath is fast, it should be... You're not forcing your breath to be slow. 2 more. And 1 more, stepping up, feet together. And then 1 salute, right fist, left hand over the top. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed at the moment, soft, loose, and just calm. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks, Rodrigo.
Thank you. Thanks for that session. Thanks everyone for giving us these 30 minutes of your time this morning. As we say, we'll continue doing these sessions, every Monday at least at the moment for the rest of the term. We'll put a record. The record session only catches guys, so there is no recording of anybody else or names or images at all. It's just the image of Guy doing the session. A few people has asked us for that because people can't access it necessarily this time. But thank you once again. As we do in the math program, and some of you know it, we start and finish the sessions with the code, which is what we try to share with young people, but also there are incredibly important reminders for us. So remember to be strong, be calm, be kind, and try hard, okay? Thank you, and have a really good week, and come on, we can do this. Come on, Melbourne. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you soon again. Thanks.